All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Walter,
And I'm Susan Wheeler.
and it is week 12 of our 90-day game plan. We are almost done. So it's been an amazing ride, and I know we've lost a few people, but we really have kept a lot of people this time. I felt like this was, of all the ones we've done so far, this one, we kept more people alive the whole 90 days than any of the others. So I feel great about that. How about you?
I do too, because we learned CPR.
Absolutely. All right. So last week was all about enrollments. We had the enrollment special that you could enroll someone and get the extra $25 off coupon in your back office. And we had a lot of people sharing enrollments. So it was a great, great week. And I am going to be sending the winner this beautiful journal. I absolutely love this. I bought a couple of them. And
Why can't I
I
play?
need to give one to me. And then what's really cool is on the bottom of the pages, it has like be creative on every page. It's just a beautiful journal. So this could be your prospecting book. You can put all your leads in here. You could do whatever you want with this. You could be a gratitude journal, whatever you want.
Nice.
But I'm going to go ahead and do our.
Oh gosh, let me get my. Am I going to read it?
Yeah, you are going to read it.
Okay.
Okay. You ready? See if you can read it. I tried to make
Like
it
the grandmother I am.
I made it bigger for you this time.
Jackie Proctor. I didn't even need my glasses.
Oh!
Yay!
Yay! Go, Jack!
Congratulations.
I love when once in a blue moon I don't have to mail them. I thought I wouldn't have to mail Marla Gossers because she's in Ohio, but she is like an hour and a half from me, and I ended up having to pop her book in the mail last time. But this one I can hand deliver. She lives 15 minutes away, so this is fabulous. So congratulations, Jackie. She had a great week of enrolling, and she is definitely on a roll.
I have to tell you, there are a lot of enrollments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25 that put in on our little contest.
Yeah, and we obviously know there was more than that because just in the week alone, my team started off, so that would have been Monday the 3rd, right? Mm-hmm. That I had 16,073 team members, and this morning I have 16,332. So we enrolled well over 200, almost 300 people. So
wow, that's great. But not everybody is in on this 90-day. But I have to say, it's really great for accountability. And I love it. I just love seeing the excitement from everybody. So
I know we're going to miss this. We're going to do one more video for you next week, and 90-day game plan is over. But don't you worry. Sue and I have things up our sleeves for you. Okay. All right.
Hey, before we go any further, I just want to caution you to be careful what you do with your face.
Oh, okay. I'll stay like this, smiling. That way, if it gets stuck, it's at least not an ugly face. Okay. Oh, you're so funny. All right. So I think we should share a little bit from ICU this weekend because we just went to Newark this weekend and it was absolutely fabulous. We had 68 team members that were signed up, and we had a few more, I think, showing up that weren't even registered beforehand. It was amazing. ICU is probably my favorite of all of the trainings, and I think why is because it's so exciting, especially for newer people, to see all the possibilities, to see David Wood always talks about the belief needle and how when we start our belief needles down here and the more we attend conferences and events and the more we learn, our belief needle keeps going and going and going. And you just can't come home from a training like this without your belief needle being, off the charts. So what I wanted you to share about, though, is you've been coming to conferences for years and years. You know how important they are. You shared your story, I don't know if it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, how you weren't going to go to that one New Year's kickoff. And I'm like, you absolutely have to go. And this conference was a little bit different for you. So I want you to share with everybody, how so.
It was really cool because I've had obviously my movers and shakers, and what came first, the chicken or the egg? Were they movers and shakers and then they went to a conference, or did they go to a conference and then become a mover and shaker? So I've had, people that are really working the business, going to conferences, but I have some new people there that are brand new, that are either looking at the business, want to, do better, whatever. And it was really exciting. I had all these little, groups of people because I couldn't sit with everybody. And it was really cool to see the excitement and the belief, because we can't come home and possibly relay what happened.
Right.
You just can't do that. So they really got to see themselves, what it was all about. They got to see you recognized on stage. And congratulations, Cindy, for your huge leadership check. And people don't even know what you do. You recognize everyone below you on this team, but nobody knows what you're doing. So it was really cool to see you and to see Erica and to see Lisa up there in the top leadership pools, in the top earnings. It was just awesome. So they got to kind
while you're there before, because I'll never remember to come back to that. What I think is so cool, and I had a couple people catch me actually on a bathroom break, and they were sharing how inspirational that was to them, that there were 3 of us in the top. And it wasn't just me because I got in early or I was the first one or anything like that. And it really instilled belief in them that if we could do it, so could they. And several people said to me, I'm going to be up there next year. That's going to be me. I'm going to be up there next year. And so I come home and I'm just like, I'm so excited. I can't hardly contain myself because so many people were inspired. So I'm sorry, but I just didn't want to.
No, that's perfect. That's exactly true. And I think that inspires me so much to see how well, people below us are rising up. And it's awesome. And so everyone kind of saw that. And I had, I think, 7 people at that event buy celebration tickets.
Because they saw the power in attending events. And, one thing that really spoke to me very loud and clear, of course, I'm from New England, so I'm born and raised in Connecticut, and we're in Jersey, and they can pretty much say just about anything there. And Alexis Romano wasn't the only one that said this. Hayden Vavra said it too. They really all talked about commitment, and they basically said the only difference between you and me is your commitment level. You can be up here doing exactly what I'm doing if you have the commitment that I do. And that was, if you had to ask me what my one thing, and I know how important commitment is. I've been doing this long enough. I preach on it all the time. But when you hear your top leaders up there saying, if you're as committed as I am, you could do what I do, it's very powerful. So I came home and I was just so excited. I'm trying to rally all my local people. We've got a big group going to the Chicago ICU at May 19th through the 21st. I know we've got a bunch of people already registered for that, but I'm trying to rally more troops to go, because I just feel like that is the nuts and bolts training that can very much catapult someone into their business. And the other thing that I thought was loud and clear is, it's great that you go to events, but you must bring people with you to these events. Every event you go to, your goal is to bring more people than you did to the last one. So if you're going to bring one person with you to ICU in Chicago, that's fabulous. It's one more than you brought last time. Now next time, double it, at least double it.
And have them bring people, because it's just, it really does actually cause this ripple effect. So that was really awesome. And, one thing Hayden said, which was kind of harsh, but it was true. He said, if you're not coming to events, you're not building a business.
Right.
And I thought about it and I thought, wow, we don't think of it this way, because anyone can make money in network marketing. You can. You refer to friends, right? How easy is that?
Absolutely.
But then we think it's so easy, but what I got from it was intentional. Right. My word was intentional. And I don't know that they even really said that, but to me, commitment is one thing, and everyone says, well, I'm committed, but are you intentional? And I was laughing with Anne this morning. We were talking, about the weekend, and I said to her, Anne, this is just, one of the things Alexis said, and everyone on this team, I know it, is building their business on Facebook, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Everyone is. But when I started, I did not do Facebook. I had a Facebook page because I thought it was like a way to see someone's pictures. I didn't know I was on Facebook, but I had a Facebook page, but I didn't use it because I didn't understand it. And I I just kind of thought it was a frivolous waste of time that
Let's face it, you were bucking it.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah. But once you learned, you got
Once I learned, right, because I am a bucker, I admit that. But it's not that I was bucking it. A lot of people say they're not on Facebook because of privacy and it's gossipy and negative and whatever, but it's what you make it. So anyway, but my point is, in the beginning, when I was on I wasn't on Facebook. I was intentional, and I was on my phone, and I called everybody, and I said, hey, I want you to come to my house. I want you to see what I'm doing. Hey, I thought of you because we have done business, or you're dynamic, or you know a lot of people, or you're into health food. You would love this. But I got on the phone, and what Hayden was saying, that every day he gets up and he calls people, 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, and he gets it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Eat that frog. Do what you eat first, okay? And I never hated it because that was all I knew. That's how I had to get in touch with people. So what Ann and I were laughing about was Facebook. A lot of us put something on Facebook, and we just keep checking our inbox and see if anybody's messaged us. And I said, and we hope
and pray someone asks us to join our team.
I thought you were trying to remember something.
No,
I'm like, go ahead. I'm talking a lot. Okay. But we do. We hope somebody messages us. So we all agree. We call this a gift, right?
Right.
We say this is a gift. We have a gift to give. So I said to Ann, imagine, Ann sometimes runs by my house if she's running, or she'll drive by my house. I said, imagine if I had a gift for you, Ann. This gift of better health and wealth creation. And it was in a box, wrapped up, and I put it on my lawn, right? And I was just hoping when you drove by or ran by, you would know that gift was for you.
Right.
That's kind of silly. So when we put it on Facebook, yes, that's great. I'm not saying don't create the buzz, but you have to ask. Yeah. You have to call people. Are you ready? Absolutely. I thought of you.
Absolutely.
So,
and
be intentional.
The same thing with, people will add people to HHP, which is fabulous. It's an absolutely unbelievable tool for our team, but you can't just add them in there and let them go and hope that they message you and say, okay, I'm fired up, I'm ready, let's go. You can't do that. You have to then follow up with them, pick up the phone and say, hey, Susan, I've let you marinate in HHP for a couple weeks. Just wondering, do you have any questions? Follow up with them, but you really do have to take it off the phone and be intentional with it. Every once in a while, people message me and they're ready to go. I mean, that has happened, absolutely, but I am on the phone. I am making phone calls. I am being intentional. I'm not just waiting, hoping, and praying that people are going to pop up in my inbox ready to go with their credit card and social.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as intentional as you're going to be on Facebook, intentionally contact people, ask them. Ask questions. Mm-hmm. I put some real good people on my chicken list, and not really chicken list. They're not on my Facebook page necessarily. They're people that I really think could do this business, and I'm gonna call them. I'm not gonna hope they see something I posted.
Right. Right. So this week is all about being intentional, guys. We are finishing up our 90-day game plan. So, we don't want anyone feeling discouraged. I did not hit my 90-day game plan goal last 90-day game plan. This time I did, but last time I didn't. So we don't want you beating yourself up over this if you didn't achieve your goal, but you've got one more week. So why don't you make this week super, super intentional? What do you have left to do to achieve one of your goals? I mean, I usually set one big goal and then I have a few mini goals in there. So if you're not going to hit your big, huge goal, what other little ones can you achieve this week? You've got a week left, guys. We want to celebrate with you next week. It's all about closure next week and wrapping things up with a bow. But what can you do this week to be intentional to achieve those goals or get closer to them?
Now, next week, I think we still have that week to work, right?
I thought it was celebration week.
The next week is celebration week.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well, you've got 2 weeks to be intentional.
Let's talk real quick about the date for Crystal Director.
Crystal Director, the reset is May 14th. I kept thinking it was 15th for some reason, but yes, it's May 14th.
And don't get confused like I did, because when you look in your book here, it says Crystal Director deadline, April 11th.
Yeah, it was definitely a misprint in there.
Okay. So that is this week. Next week is week 13. Then the last week of the month is Celebrate Success Week. So we'll do a post, and we'll have everybody maybe share their victories. So have a victory to share, get to something, whatever goal you have, you can get to it now. And who said it at conference that you could get to, was it executive, this week? It's that easy.
Oh yeah. I mean, PK Smith, we're doing the PK training calls, and he was talking about someone who did a launch party, and they were very intentional setting up their launch party, and they told everybody to bring friends, and 10 people brought 2 friends, and someone became an executive. So it can happen. So you can totally have some control here to make big things happen in these next 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yes.
All right.
So do we have a contest?
I don't think we're doing anything major contest-wise this week.
Okay.
Unless you have something up your sleeve.
I really didn't think about it.
Yeah, I think let's, I want to celebrate people that have achieved their goals or come a long way next week. This week, let's just work on being intentional, guys, and doing what you can do to see these goals happen, and work with your people. If you have people on your team that have goals, check in with them, see how they're doing on their goals. Oftentimes, if they're hitting their goals, it'll bump you up so you can achieve your goals. The times that I promote now are based on my team and my leaders. If my leaders are working on increasing their cycles so that they can rank advance to the next rank advancement, it's helping me and boosting me so that I'm in promoting as well. So work with your people.
Okay, so maybe what we should do is to be a little interactive, since we're talking about being intentional. What are you going to do to be intentional? Okay. I am. This week I will, whatever it is.
Commit to. Now I'll try.
Yes. This week I commit to contacting 3 people every day.
Okay.
This week whatever it may be, what you're going to commit to, and put it there, and then we'll see what happens. You never know. We always have
something up our sleeve. All right. Awesome. Okay, guys. So have a great week. Be intentional. Write down what you're going to be intentional with this week.
You know what? Don't make me go to my closet.
I wonder if I could blow them with my nose. I'll never do that. You'll never see me do that. Okay. Have a great week, everyone. Love ya.
I'm glad it didn't freeze there. Mwah.
Yeah, really. That would have been awful. Bye.